What's up, everybody from YouTube? JH Prison Stories. Let's put some good back into the world and just live life the way we need to live life. Don't be afraid to try to get your name out. I got a pay lake. I'm trying to get that going, trying to get everything going, and that cost a lot of money to get going, which I didn't realize till after I was already in on it. And hopefully next year it kind of takes off a little better than it did this year, the first year, because it might take 2 or 3 years for this to take off. I don't know. But it is what it is. So, anyway, this story is going to be about prison phones and phone lines and what I saw personally happen to somebody that was using a phone. Okay, so I didn't use the phone much in prison, but I was, I watched, and we had ID badges, or ID cards, whatever you want. We called them ID cards. I didn't really call it a badge because that was like police shit. But us, being a convict or whatever, you got an ID card, whatever. So that's what your name, your face, your ID number, everything is on that, and what dorm you're assigned to usually is on that card. So usually the dudes don't clip IDs and stuff on phones. They just say, hey, I got next after you, after you, after you, after you. Who's got next after you? Hey, who's got next after you? So that's how it went, and that's how it worked. Sometimes I would run up, hold the phone for one of my buddies. Hey, he had next. That's how it went. So I was holding the phone one day for my buddy, and somebody come up and was like, are you using the phone? I was like, no, I'm holding it for my buddy up there. He was like, fuck your buddy, I need to use the phone. So now he's got me involved with this conflict over this phone. So as he's saying that, I said, okay, he's a bigger dude. Alright. But I was like, you're gonna pay for this. Alright, I don't give a fuck. Alright then. I go up, I tell my buddy, I was like, hey, look, you got trucked on the phone, dude's trying to truck us. He don't give a fuck about us. Thinks he can whoop us, whatever, whoop whoop. Okay, here's how it goes. We go up, we put our shoes on, tie up our, prison boots at the time. We tie up our prison boots, and when somebody ties up their prison boots, that means they getting ready to get it in. So we roll up our khaki boots. We roll up our khakis to the top of our boots, and we're ready to go. And don't have no khaki top on. We took it off. We took our button-up shirts off. We took everything off. We come out, we ain't got no shirts on. So guards at the tower know that shit's about ready to go down when somebody comes out. 2 people come out, and they're beelining toward a certain area, which would be the phone area. They know something's getting ready to pop off. They just don't know what. They don't know if it's going to be a stabbing. They don't know if it's going to be a fight. They don't know if it's going to be whatever. So when you hear a big, it's like like I'm epileptic. So when the flashes used to go off on those alarms, they would send me into a seizure. So I'm in full-fledged run going toward this phone, and I'm actually outrunning the dude that had next on the phone because I'm wanting to hit this dude as hard as I can with a run. Dude in the thing hits the alarm. Bam! And the flash hits right next to where I'm running at. The flash hits, boom, instantly I go out. Pow! Boom, I'm having a seizure. So they think I'm having a seizure, so it gave my buddy time to tee off on dude got knocked out first hit. Dude connected. He just had turned his head, and when he turned his head, he fucked up because dude connected with a running full force. Bam! So now they got me having a full-fledged seizure, leaking, busted open from the concrete floor and the railing, and I'm still bouncing my head off that 6-inch thick concrete floor. And it has no give. My head has give. Okay? I would have scars and stuff all over my head from that day. Okay? These scars over here is from fights, and scars on my face from fights, but that scar right there would be from that day. Right there. Big, deep gash. I must have hit the corner where the railing comes up. There's a thick spot, and then it turns into, it's concrete and steel, and then it turns into the railing. So they concrete the posts in on it, and I must have clipped that as I was going down. Boom. And now they got somebody having a seizure. They got a fight break out, and dude is just smashing him. Boom, boom, boom. Every time he'd wake him up, he'd knock him out again. Bam, bam, bam. So medical's running in, and I'm guessing they get that broke up first. I don't know if they got to me first, got to him first. I'm out at this point. I'm out. And I never even got to join in on the stomp out. But anyway, you have to set an example. You have to be told that you're not going to be trucked out of nothing. And if you're holding something for somebody, you're going to fight for what's theirs and yours. Because you are now a part of what is theirs. In prison politics, that's just how it works. I don't know about other states, so I ain't going to speak on other states. But in Kentucky, that is how it works. At Eastern Penitentiary, this is where it happened at. That is what happened. Dorm 7 and Eastern Penitentiary. So, that's what happened. So, I don't know. I would wake up in medical in the infirmary. So, what that is just a cell to itself that has a camera in it, and then which they have treatment and stuff in there. So I would wake up and I would wipe, and it would still be bleeding, you know, and so I got to go out and get stitched up. They don't know how bad it is, don't know where I'm at, but I can't even say my birthday. I can't say my name. I hit so hard I forgot who it was. That shit's just hilarious. Running like a motherfucker to fight, and then end up getting knocked out by alarm. It is funny, but it ain't funny, you know, because I'm epileptic, you know, and hey, for everybody that is epileptic, I'm sorry, but I must have stiffened up and just face plant, bam, because that's a deep gash. It split me to the white meat. They had to take stitches inside and out. So, that gash would take like 75 stitches. I had like, I don't remember, it was like 40 some inside to sew it up, and then they took the black ones, it was like 50 or so outside. So it come out to like 95 stitches. Somewhere around in there. And the inside ones dissolved, so they didn't have to do that. And the only thing they had to do was cut out the outside ones, and it was long, you know, it was way down. So, my whole skin was laid over, you know. My shit was split bad. You know, my buddy had seen me and told me about, you know, the events that took place. So I didn't see it. And so I wouldn't get locked up for that. As you all know, eventually, just a day or two later, I would end up in the hole because I had a bottom bunk pass, and punk-ass CEO signed conflicts on me, so I ended up in the hole and blah, blah, blah. You already know that story. So, anyway, but prison phone lines is dangerous. Prison phone lines can be very dangerous. You can lose your life. You can get whooped your ass, stomped out, or both of you gonna go to the hole either way. You can win or you can lose. Most of the time you're gonna lose because you ain't gonna see it coming. So 9 times out of 10, I don't care who you are, when you get caught on that button, not. And then it's boots from there on, stomping your head. So, is it worth it? No, it is not. Will I ride with my people? Yes, I will. They knew I would. So, that's how it went. And that is the story of the guy that tried to truck the phone. And it didn't end well for me or him, actually. I think I ended up getting fucked up worse. And I didn't even enter the fight. Who the fuck does that? But if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Love you guys. Smash that like button, subscribe. I'm gaining subscribers, trying to get to 500 to 1,000. 1,000's my goal. Trying to get there. Please help me get there if you can. I love you all. If you like the content and enjoy the content, please help me get there. Love y'all. Peace.